guys, Martin here bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we are going to do a video that I have definitely been looking forward to making, and that is the 200% leader skill showcase for INT BROLY. Yes, the Saiyan Day unit from 2 years ago. So this guy literally, we're a couple of days removed from Saiyan Day. So this guy is a couple of days older than 2 years old now, and he finally has a 200% lead, ironically from the new Saiyan Day unit. So obviously BROLY is a pure Saiyan, and then he is on Exploding Rage. So he's on the 200% leader skill of the new God Goku. And funnily enough, the way the new God Goku's passive works, for those of you who aren't familiar, if you want to get the entrance animation, that obviously gives him the attack buff and the ability to change orbs, which is very, very good for his passive, right? You need 6 orbs to get that guaranteed additional super and him to be at his full potential. You need to have 6 or more super class allies on the team. Now, you have to remember, that includes the friend. So when you look at this list here, we have my God Goku, the friend God Goku, Carnival Goku, Bardock, the LR Gods, and Vegeta. So that is 6 super type units. So you can bring 1 extreme unit on the team and still get God Goku's full passive and activate his entrance animation. So, BROLY finally having a 200% leader. Remember, he is an infinite stacking unit, does immense damage. He gets key and attack and defense at the start of the turn, as well as damage reduction. And then he gets crit chance, an additional attack that has a chance of becoming a super. Then he gets extra key and an extra additional and damage reduction if you're fighting a pure Saiyan or hybrid Saiyan. Which we're not for this event. There are very few, like, unless you're going up against like Red Zone BROLY or Red Zone Turles, I guess. Now, obviously, when the anniversary comes to Global, we're going to have the special anniversary battle events where you will be fighting against a pure Saiyan in every single stage. So this team could actually be pretty fun to run in some of those events. And the other great thing about BROLY, before we jump right in, now, BROLY units, it's been a point of contention for a long time that they don't have big bad bosses, which makes no sense, right? BROLY in the movie absolutely demolishing everybody. If ever a unit was going to have big bad bosses, like, why does BROLY not have it? I don't know. But on this team, it kind of works, right? Because we're not running any other units that would have big bad bosses anyway. And so he actually does share a decent amount of links with units like Carnival Goku, and he actually shares a few links with this Vegeta as well. So we're going to be able to run some good rotations with him. On this rotation with the God Goku, he has Super Saiyan Prepared for Battle and Fierce Battle. So he's starting off at 168k. Nothing too crazy, but obviously remember, we are going to start stacking as soon as we start getting our super attacks off here. And then even though it's not a huge amount, he does have that 18% damage reduction, which is still a decent enough number, right? So let's grab these so we can still get 6 orbs for you. Perfect. Alright, let's see what we can get out of BROLY on this first turn. So there aren't any support memories that will give him a permanent buff, as far as I'm aware. Because we have a movie heroes one, but we don't have a straight up movie bosses one, which would be pretty cool to get at some point in the future. But yeah, very much looking forward to this, because BROLY is a unit that I think aged quite well, mainly due to the fact that Cell Max, his hardest phase was tech. He was still very useful in that event, as long as you got enough stacks with him early on. So he's a unit that has aged reasonably well, but has never had access to a 200% team until now. So starting off at 2.8. Now, of course, he is 2 years old, so bearing in mind we're running him on rotation with the other God Gokus, who are the newest, like, infinite stacking units, and they're coming out straight off the gate here with, like, you know, 7 million attack stats. And my BROLY, because he's been out for a while, is obviously Rainbow full level 10 links. You see on this first turn, unfortunately, we did not get good luck with his RNG for the additionals. We literally got 1 additional normal attack. Bit unfortunate. He does have the active skill that obviously gives him a big 1-turn buff. Actually, yeah, let's get you floated off here. Well, actually, no, Vegeta's going to be on the next rotation with BROLY, isn't he? Let's get the Bardock floated off here then, actually. So Yeah, well, he does have the active skill that gives him the big buff. You have to have super attacked 4 times. So obviously, if you get the absolute god RNG, Broly can super attack 4 times in 1 turn. Although I believe that's only against a pure and hybrid Saiyan, because part of his passive is giving him an additional attack. So he's got one of those active skills that you're not necessarily going to see super early on in the fight, but because it's a big like attack power up, I think it's better saved until the later phases anyway. So if possible, we will save it until, you know, right near to the end, as we get to the final phases against this cell. Like I say, there's not a lot of like long, really difficult events that are against a pure or hybrid Saiyan. I didn't really want to do Red Zone Broly, but like I said, those anniversary events potentially are going to be very, very good. So now we're linked up with Vegeta. We share 4 links. So we have Saiyan Warrior Race, Super Saiyan, Prepared for Battle, and Fierce Battle. Pretty good set of links for him. And he's at 200k defense here. Only got the 1 super off last turn, which is a little bit unfortunate. I probably want to get Vegeta built up a little bit more here. So let's put him where he can take 3 attacks. We'll grab these for you so that we can get 6 orbs for God Goku. See if we can get some better RNG this time with the super attacks. So it's up to 3.1. Now I think this is what I've said many times about stacking units. If they start off with slightly lower attack stats, I don't think it's a huge issue because they're going to be stacking. And obviously Broly on his best turns can do multiple super attacks. So the numbers starting off a little bit low are not the worst thing in the world. We did get a double super, and then the 3rd attack was just an additional normal. So how much is this going to do here? Yeah, see, we still take big damage from supers. Unfortunately, against a non-pure or hybrid Saiyan enemy, he does only have 18% damage reduction, which obviously is better than nothing, but it's not a crazy high number. So early on in events, you're obviously not going to want him to be getting hit by these big super attacks. Again, especially against like a non-pure or hybrid Saiyan, but it's something that we can build up to. Like, by the time we get to the end of this event, it's another reason why I chose the Cell one. I could have done Frieza, but the reason why I didn't go into the Frieza one is his 2nd phase is the physical AoE. So getting hit by a type disadvantage AoE is not really what we want. But yeah, I wanted to do one of these events that was a little bit on the longer side, so that we have more chance of getting the getting a really high amount of build up, right? So we can see what he is truly capable of. So I'm not going to be able to get an additional super here. We're going to have pretty decent defense. I think I'm going to not transform. I would like to get as much stacking in with the gods as possible. But we have the backup of having Carnival Goku's revival up here, so even if he does end up killing the gods, we're just going to revive, so that's fine. Ideally, would like to save the revive for a little bit later on, but it is all good here. Look at this, Goku up to 10 million. Yeah, God Goku, I'm very much impressed with this God Goku. I was talking about it on Twitter last night, but the more I've played with him, the more I'm thinking about changing the hidden potential on my one a little bit. I really wanted to use the transformed, like the, you know, get the active skill, see the I will not let you destroy my world, and then once you've done that, like crit is kind of useless once he's transformed. But unfortunately, the more I've used him, the more I realised that that form is kind of underwhelming, and really you're only going to use it as like a finisher when you're in like the final turn, or the final turns, final rotation. So I might change some of his dodge into crit, because if we're getting all these additionals in the god form, it would be pretty good to get crits on all of those. So now we've got the support here from physical Bardock. I wanted to bring the Super Saiyan 3 Bardock until I realised that his 50% attack support, because that would make Broly go ham, but unfortunately for Super Saiyan 3 Bardock, it's only for super class allies. So we've got physical Super Saiyan Bardock here who provides attack and defense. So we're going to be over 300k after he gets his first super attack off here. Hopefully we don't eat a super attack though, because again, we're still not going to have, you know, crazy high defense levels with the 18% damage reduction on top. to be able to tank super attacks. But I do like this rotation of him and the Vegeta. They share the 4 links. Vegeta's obviously a very solid slot 1 unit. Mine is still only 55%, unfortunately, but is full level 10 links. I'm surprised he actually took that much damage from Cell's super, but Cell does hit pretty hard. 3.7, okay. Now that I'm doing this and we're running through this, I'm actually just really excited now to see his numbers against the Pure or Hybrid Saiyan event. But there we go, we get another additional, so we're up to 3.8. So we can do the active skill on the next turn. We got crits on both of them as well, so our defense probably looking pretty solid now. The attack stats not crazy, but I think it is kind of funny seeing the direct comparison, right, of him on the same team as God Goku, with the fact that they are the Saiyan Day units 2 years removed. They're both infinite stacking units, but yeah, one of them on like the early, straight away, right off the jump, is putting out like 6-7 million attack stats, and then the other one is doing like 2 to 3. But I mean, hey, what do you expect, right? That's power creep for you. So let's do this. The gods have type advantage, so I don't really need to worry about transforming with them again already, which is good. And then we can get 6 orbs for both of the God Gokus. So this is going pretty well here so far. Yeah, God Goku's built up more than enough defense now. 11 million. This is with no attack support as well. No support memory. Just the... my God Goku is at 90% and is now full level 10 links. 11.5. Yeah, just getting guaranteed. If you get them 6 orbs, the fact that he's doing a guaranteed additional super on turns like this, where you're doing like 11 million, and then there's the extra super from the hidden potential, because mine has 20 additional currently. So triple super, triple 11 million attack supers is pretty good. And then the gods, we got enough key for them to get their guaranteed additional, so I think they might actually finish off Cell here. Maybe they might need to crit actually, but they have the potential to get their hidden potential super as well. Now the next phase is going to be the slightly trickier one, I think, because we have the of course he's supered. How much is this actually going to do? Yeah, it's 195. That's kind of crazy. I think we have Carnival Goku on the next rotation, though, right? So, again, we're going to have the revival cover. But, alright, so we finish you off. We could use Broly's active skill here as well, but the only problem with doing that is we are at a bit of a disadvantage here. If he supers at me, look at that, all the active skills ready to go. You love to see it. So, Broly's active skill... again, can be activated after 4 supers. It gives him 6 key, 60% attack, and attacks effective against all types. Now, obviously that would be very good and very powerful to use here, but the problem is we are very likely to die here, because Cell very often super attacks in slot 1, and when the revival is up, that means that Carnival Goku's guard is not up. The Vegeta only has 420k defense, doesn't have guard now, so he would die to a super. So basically, whoever I put in slot 1 here is going to die to a super attack. If he doesn't super in slot 1, then we would be all good. But I think he is going to, right? So Carnival Goku, we share the 4 links. It's actually the same 4 links as Vegeta. So this is a pretty solid rotation, right? With Carnival Goku in slot 1. So I think what I'll do here is we'll do this, and we'll hope that he doesn't super in slot 1. There is, of course, the possibility like Carnival Goku could dodge or something maybe. If the first attack is a normal, Carnival Goku obviously gets all of his extra defense, but without the guard, it's not really going to make a huge difference. So, yeah, of course. I swear he just almost always super attacks as the first attack of the turn, so... Just a casual million damage there. So we'll get the revival with Carnival Goku, and then we'll have to see what Broly can do on the next turn. Fortunately, once you get the revive, we obviously then have permanent guard, so should be looking pretty good. I might even use a Whis on the next turn, because we'll still have that in play when Broly comes back around again, but we are obviously at the point now, I think it's pretty clear from what we've seen so far, even with the numbers that he can get up to, he's going to be taking a lot of damage from super attacks, right? So, let's see. Do I have the skip on? Yeah, I do. So we're going to transform you now. We're going to get our 6 orbs with God Go. Actually, do I want to put him in slot 2? No, let's put him here. So we'll get the 6 orbs. And then, oh, we could look at that. The orbs fell quite nicely here. We're going to get the 18 key, so we're going to action break that first attack anyway. And then I am going to use the Whis because Bardock could easily get caught in that last spot, especially if the first attack is a super. Now, the combination of God Goku and the gods might actually kill him, but I guess we'll have to see. Alright, so we're going to get our guaranteed additional. 9.1. The friend one is rainbow, so I don't know what equips the friend one has. Mine has a defensive equip as the bronze. I wonder if the friend has the attack one. We got the triple super turn though, so I think that means we are GG, right? Because even if the gods don't kill, they're going to action break. Oh, actually no, that's a bit less damage than I thought. We didn't get enough key to get the guaranteed additional with the gods either, so I guess we'll see how this plays out. If he super attacks Bardock, as long as he does a normal attack first, with the Whis active, I think we survive. Because it activates the guard. It doesn't activate the extra defense, but he does get to super first as well. Okay, well. The gods coming in clutch with that hidden potential additional, because we didn't get enough key to get the guaranteed, but they got the hidden potential, so then Bardock is able to finish off Cell. And now that we still have the Whis up, I don't need to worry about damage. So yeah, we're going to be looking good here. So, I think we probably want to go ahead and use Broly's active skill. We're up to 330k defense with no support. Honestly, that's not too crazy, obviously, right? We could definitely see better than that, but I think we will... Let's fire off this quickly just to do some damage. And then we will grab these. I do want to get 6 orbs for God Goku, so actually I could just grab these, right? Because it's going to... actually, no, there's plenty of AGL orbs here. I should still be able to get 6 orbs. So, let's use Broly's active skill. Been a while since I've used Broly, so we're going to go ahead and fire off his active skill. Now, unfortunately, with him being a very RNG-based unit with these additionals, the turn that you use his active skill, this is where we really want to be getting those additional supers. Like, if he does a super and then 1 additional normal, that's going to be super disappointing for the turn where he's now getting a huge attack buff as well as attacks effective against all types. It would be very disappointing if he only does the 1 super here, but let's see what he is going to get up to. So we got the Whis active, so we shouldn't really have to worry about dying at all. Even if, well actually, I don't know, if Broly eats a super, he's going to be what, around 400, just over 400k after he supers, 18% damage reduction, and then the Whis. He should be fine. But let's see. Also, it depends how many super attacks he gets, right? Because the more defensive stacks. But let's see. This is with no support as well, unfortunately. He's up to 5.8. So, not bad, as long as this, like, again, if this was a turn where he was going to, like, triple super, okay, he's going to do it, isn't he? Yep, okay. Okay, I see you. Now, unfortunately, it would be nice if the active skill, because you do only get the 1 turn, it would be nice if the active skill gave him, like, a guaranteed additional super or something. I could see them maybe doing something like that when he gets his Easy A, but that's probably going to be quite some time away. He is 2 years old now, but probably going to be some time until he gets his Easy A. Considering the Saiyan Day unit the year before him was AGL Bardock, and he doesn't have an Easy A yet. We're probably going to be waiting some time for that, but definitely something that I am looking forward to seeing. So we're going to do a bunch of active skills here. So we're going to go for, let's transform Vegeta before I turn the skip off, because I'll never get sick and tired of seeing this active skill. I want dupes for this unit so bad. I think I'll probably use the Easy A stones. I'm not going to buy any more stones for this banner, but I'll probably use the Easy A stones to do another couple of multis on the God Goku banner, because we're going to get 2 Extreme Z battles coming up, which will be like 60 odd stones, and then I think I've got about 40 at the moment anyway, so that's going to give me the ability to get should I use God Goku's one as well? I think there's the large possibility that I might die if I do that, but you know what? Let's just do it anyway, because the way this turn's going to play out, we're not going to get another turn with BROLY anyway, so the BROLY showcase is, for all intents and purposes, over at this point. Let me know what you guys think of INT BROLY on the 200% leader skill. Unfortunately, I do think it's the case with, we've seen with some of these 200% leader skills in the past, where I've gone back and shown off like older units on these 200%. Wow, 11 million with that guaranteed crit, that's wild. Yeah, 200% leader skill is not necessarily enough by itself to save some of these older units, and seeing the direct comparison of him on the same team as like a newly released infinite stacking unit, he's obviously not as crazy. Again, we weren't using him against a pure or hybrid Saiyan, where he would be a little bit more powerful, a little bit more impressive. So that is something that I think I definitely will try during the anniversary, when we get those events where you fight against the anniversary units, because obviously they're all Goku and Vegetas, they're all pure Saiyans. So on this team in particular, BROLY could look pretty good. But this is a good example as well of when you want to use the Goku transformation, right? The active skill did 11 million damage crit, and then we get the Dokkan attack guaranteed crit 9.5 mil. So pretty good way to finish it off. So let me know what you guys think of INT BROLY. I think he's aged like okay, but in some of these more difficult stages, he really is kind of starting to show his age. If we do get even more difficult content where the enemies are Saiyans, then obviously that gives him a bit more chance to shine as well. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.